everyone, welcome back to Eric's Everyday Watches. Today I'm doing a full review on this Orient watch model FUG1H001. Now if this watch looks familiar to you, perhaps you saw my unboxing video a couple of weeks ago. So what is the potential draw of this watch? Well, this happens to be the least expensive Orient watch you can currently buy on Amazon. For roughly half the price of a Bambino, this watch will set you back $60 to $70. And you may be thinking, that's not a lot of money, and you're right, it is not. So the question today is this watch a bargain? Personally, I think this watch has one flaw, which is its Achilles heel. Let's take a look and see if you agree. So I purchased this watch online at Amazon, where the going price is around $60 to $70, with the white dial version currently being slightly cheaper than the blue dial version. You can also pick this up at eBay, but I can't suggest it because the price there hovers closer to $100. Joma Shop also has this watch listed at $65, but they are currently out of stock. And that's really not surprising given the fact that this is not a newly released watch and they may never get this back in stock. So let's take a closer look at what you're getting on this bargain basement Orient, starting with this dark blue sunburst dial. Depending on how the light hits it, it can appear either black, dark blue, or a bright blue. It is definitely a bit of a chameleon. At the 12 o'clock, we have the logo printed directly on the dial. There is no applied treatment or raised ink here. At the 3 o'clock, we have a day and date window, which is outlined in this high polished metal, which matches the indices. And I have to say, this day and date is extremely legible, something I've really started to appreciate more and more as the years go by. At the 6 o'clock, we have water resist 100 meters printed on the dial. That's right, this budget dress watch has a water resistance of 100 meters. Now in comparison, the Bambino has 30 meters. Now the metal indices on this are applied and have a small amount of lume towards the outside of them. The minute and hour hand also have a small amount of lume, but not so with the running second hand. Now the stainless steel case itself is actually very attractive. There's a really nice balance of brush and polished finishing. All the edges are nicely rounded off, and this slender case feels as good on your wrist as it does holding it in your hands. On top of that case, we have a mineral glass crystal. As far as specs, we have 42 millimeters, including the crown guards. Not including the crown guards, we have 40 millimeters. The case thickness is 9 millimeters, thanks to it being quartz. We have a lug distance of 22 millimeters and a lug-to-lug distance of 45.5. And that brings us to the metal band. And this, my friends, is where I am torn. Because I want to like it more than I actually do. I want it to be something that it's not. The band looks nice. It's obvious some thought went into pairing this band with the case. The combination of brush and polished links looks sharp and really ties the whole watch together. I like the way it's not the standard 3-piece link bracelet. The signed clasp even has 8 micro adjustments. 8! Of course, at this price point, it's a folded metal bracelet, and that's expected. But some folded metal link bracelets are better than others, and this one rattles a little when you wear it. And that is what I think is the Achilles heel of this watch. This sharp-looking bracelet needed to be held to some higher standards. So let's take a look at this in action. I think this 40 millimeter watch looks good on my 7-inch wrist. I like the way that it's easy to read the day and date, regardless of whether I'm outside in the direct sunlight or inside. And I really like the sunburst dial and the way it appears to change color in different light. At 9 millimeters thick, this watch never feels too large or out of place on my wrist. The running second hand, while it could be longer, and honestly, it should be longer, it does, however, hit the marker at every tick, something which I've come to appreciate more and more as my watch collection grows, and I see numerous watches struggle to do this. The dial color, shape, and finishing of the case, it lends itself really well to swapping out the strap and still keeping a dressy feel to it. I like the way the watch looks with a simple brown strap. I feel like it adds a touch of color while also improving the overall wearing experience. Now, don't get me wrong, the standard metal bracelet it comes with, it is a good looking bracelet in my opinion. And while some people may be just fine with it, personally, I think it is a letdown in what is otherwise a nice watch for the money. So overall impressions of this watch. I have to say I think it is a good looking watch with an overall classic look to it. And the combination of brushed and polished metal adds a sense of traditional style. This watch wears really well at its 40mm size and 45.5mm lug-to-lug distance. Now personally, I prefer the way this watch both looks and wears on a leather strap. So where does that leave us? The fact that I can't rate the everyday actual use of the supplied metal strap very high makes this watch harder to recommend because I am literally giving a thumbs up to half of a watch. At the $100 this watch is selling for on eBay, I cannot recommend it. But for the $60 or $70 it is selling for on Amazon, I would say, if you already own a strap which you would use on this watch, or if you think the metal bracelet would not be an issue for you, then yeah, go for it. But I would not spend $70 on this watch and then go out and purchase an additional $30 strap for it. At that point, I think there are other watches to consider for your money. So there you go, everyone. Now you know what $60 or $70 will get you from Orient. So if you liked this video, if you found it helpful in any way, please do me a favor and hit the like button and consider subscribing. Until then, this is Eric from Eric's Everyday Watches reminding you to buy the watch that you love. And don't pay any attention to what anybody else says or thinks. This is your watch collection and you're the only one that's going to be wearing it. I'll see you in the next video.